All right, so here we are working on week 8, and I'm going to do days 3 and 4 for both 6th and 7th grade. So you guys are doing the same concept. The only thing, like I mentioned in the last video, that might be different, even though some of these came out of the 7th grade book, is that the numbers might be decimals or fractions. So that's like the big difference. And that's why 7th and 8th grade is kind of, 6th and 7th grade can be so easily pushed up and extended, because then you're just changing the numbers using the same concepts. All right, find the surface area. Same thing, triangular prism. So triangular prism means that we're going to have 3 sides, and this one has a triangle with a line coming down the center, identifying the fact that the height will be here and the base will be the bottom number. So if I wanted to, I could do that. There would be a top and a bottom. Okay? And it says the length right here is going to be 16 feet long. It's like a huge tent or something. And then we have this right here is 10 feet. And your sides right here are both 13 feet. Yep. So this will be, this side right here will be 13 feet, which means this is 13 feet and this is 13 feet. And you know how you know that is because when this were to fold up, this side would match that side and that side would match that side. So 13 feet, and then the bottom would be 10. All right, so we know we have side 1 to do, side 2, side 3, because it's 3-sided shape, and we're going to have a top and a bottom. Again, a lot of kids don't take the time to be organized. Organize your work. Pay attention to what you're doing. So side 1, we're going to go side 1 is, so we're just finding the area of our rectangles right now. So we're going to do the length, which is 10, or sorry, the length, which is 16. All of these are. So if I really wanted to, I could just say all of the length for these 3 is 16. 16, 16, 16. And now I'm going to multiply by each of the sides. So here we have a 13 side, another 13 side, and this one is a 10. And because that one, I know right off the top of my head, I'm just going to write the answer. Because you just multiply it by 1, which is 16, and then add 0 to the 1's column as a placeholder. Okay, now we have, so if we know that 10 times 16 is 160, this is going to be, holy smokes, 16 times 10 plus 16 times 3. So 16 times 13, 16 times 3 is 3 times 6 is 18, carry your 1, so 48. And then 10 times 16 is 160. So 208. And I get to write that twice. Now, just to show you this, because I'm tired and I'm not maybe myself, I would say if you have the ability to check your work, because we use this number twice, I'm going to go ahead and just do 16 times 13. And that's going to get us to a 208. Here's why. If I messed up once and I'm using that measurement twice, that would make it not that great. Don't be that person. What is it? Measure twice, cut once. Very important. And then we need to do the top and the bottom, which is base times height divided by 2. So the height is up here, and it kind of got lost in the dark copy, so it's actually the height is 12. So base is 10 times the height, which is, up here I labeled it height is 12 feet, and then I'm going to divide it by 2. If I really wanted to, I mean, and the top and the bottom are going to be the same because they, again, are congruent triangles. So they're the same shape, same size, just different places, different ends, but the same. So now I would multiply this out, divide it by 2. So 10 times 12 is 120, and half of 120 is 60, which I would have for both of those. So now I want to add everything up. 16, carry my group of 10. And I have 1, 2, 3 sixes is 18, 19, carry my group of 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, 696. So 696 feet squared. Again, check your work. Why not? 208 plus 208 plus 160 plus 60 plus 60 equals 696. And then I'm going to rewrite this so it's a little clearer than whatever hodgepodge I got over here. Feet squared, because it's area. Next, the volume. Way easier. Base times height times length divided by a dose is the volume. So looking back up at your picture, you're gonna base is 10 times the height, which is in the center labeled at 12 feet, and then the length, which they told us is 16 feet. And then we would take that total and divide it by 2. Now, if I'm looking this over, I've done some of this math. Oh, so sorry. I've already done some of this math. So if I really wanted to, I could kind of think this through. I kind of did already 16 times, so the sides were 16 times 13. And I could just subtract one group of 16 from that, from 208, which would make it 192. And so 16 times 12 equals, oops, I forgot to clear. 16 times 12 equals, 192. And then, so this part is 192. And now I can times it by 10, which gets us to 1,920 divided by 2. And I'm going to remind kids how to do long division, just in case you didn't know this. 2 goes in, can't go into 1, so it can go into 19 though. 9 times with 1 left over. 2 goes into 12 6 times, and 2 goes into 0 0 times. So now we have 960, and we have to label it feet cubed. Circle your answer. Check our work. Holy smokes, sorry. 10 times 12 times 16 equals divided by 2. Okay, I didn't do something right. 10 times 12 times 16 equals, there we go, divided by 2, I think I know what I did, is 960. There we go. Next page. Last page. Last day. Woohoo! Throw a party. Have a celebration. Yay! It's so exciting. Find the surface area. So again, ooh, I messed up on this one. Do you guys notice that? Oh, I didn't mess up. It's a funny story. I could not find another triangle that would print clear enough, so I gave you a rectangle. It's only funny if you're me, and you know why I did it. Okay, so this is great, super easy. Base, so for surface area, again a cube, it's rectangular prism, so it has 6 sides. So it's going to have 4 sides in the top and a bottom. So side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4, and a top and a bottom. Okay, so now that we have our sides and everything ready to go, I'm going to draw our little shape like it got squished by the bus or truck or whatever, or when you go flatten a box. And the length of the sides are 8. So we're going to have 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, all the way across. And now on the sides, these 2 sides are going to be the same, these 2 sides, and really they're the opposite sides. So this is a 6 and that's a 6. This is a 5 and that's a 5. So we have basically 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay? So now, when we're doing this, I'm going to say, for all the sides here, we're going to multiply all of these by 8. 2 of them are going to be times 6, and the other 2 are going to be times 5. And then the top and the bottom is 6 times 5, because it's length times width equals that. So 6 times 5, and we do it twice because the top and the bottom would be the same in a box that we're building. Maybe not a box that you buy. Some of them don't do that. But now we're just going to solve, add them together for our total surface area. So 6 times 8 is 48, 48, 40, 40, da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, 8 times 2 is 16, so we'll put our 6 down, carry our group of 10. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to bring that 1 down, and 5. 5 times 4 is 20, plus a group of 3 is 23. So at 236, don't forget your label. Inches, because we're talking about surface area. Units squared. Units squared. Units, not the number, units squared. I'm going to check my work because I'm careful. So I have 48 plus 48 plus 40 plus 40 plus 30 plus 30. What? 48 plus 48 plus 40 plus 40 plus 30 plus 30 equals 236. Thank God. Okay, I was like, wait a second, I know that's not right. Now for the volume, it's just the 3 numbers, base length times width times height. So 6 times 5, length times width times height, which would look like 6 times 3 is 30. And then we would have to multiply by 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Add your 0 to the 1 place. 240 what? Inches cubed. Circle my answer. And just so you know, for the most part, have you guys been noticing, I don't know if you have this, these two are very close. If you ever get one where like this is 236 and your volume is like 7,000, you did something wrong. So check your work. We are done with volume and area for the year. I mean, as far as these go.